Shades, John Oliver remarks on Jay Leno's late show cancellation regarding political humor on late-night television. John Oliver and Jay Leno have different views. Leno recently attacked late-night broadcasters for alienating half the audience with their own political views in an interview with David Trujillo, president and CEO of the Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation. When you make fun of their side and they laugh at it, it's humorous. He said, "I don't understand why you would alienate one particular group, just do what's funny." He didn't believe anybody wanted to hear a sermon. But in a Tuesday, August 5 interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Oliver said that he would take a hard pass on taking comedic advice from Jay Leno. Oliver responded to a question on whether late-night television should be more inclusive of all political viewpoints by saying, "Who thinks that way? Leaders? Not everyone can enjoy comedy. It is subjective by nature. Therefore, it's very normal for some stand-up performers to want to perform for a larger crowd. Others choose not to, which is just as okay. Since I don't believe humor is prescriptive in that sense, I suppose I don't think it's an issue of what you should do. It's just what people want. I think our show clearly comes from a point of view, but most of those long stories we do are not party political," he remarked, referring to his own show, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. They deal with systemic problems. Air traffic control, juvenile justice, med spas, AI crap, and gang databases were the topics of our most recent broadcasts. I am not arguing that they lack a point of view. They do, of course. However, I hope that many of them really transcend political beliefs. Even if you disagree on the solution, you want people to be able to agree on the issue at least. The conversations with Oliver and Leno followed the discontinuation of Stephen Colbert's Late Show on CBS. Although others have conjectured that the decision was politically driven, the network said last month that it was just economical. The decision came soon after Paramount and President Donald Trump reached a $16 million settlement over Trump's allegations that 60 Minutes had falsified an interview with former Vice President Kamala Harris from 2024. For comedy and, of course, the employees in that building, what has happened to The Late Show is heartbreaking. Oliver announced the cancellation to THR. Stephen's statement that he hoped to turn this program over to someone else struck a deep chord with me. Because generations of teens watch such series and think, maybe I'd like to be a comedy writer, and then maybe write for that show. You hope the franchise endures. There will be future writers who watched Colbert, and you want it to continue, he said, just as there are Colbert writers who watched Letterman. We simply don't yet know precisely what it will look like for network television, but I'm certain it will find a way to exist in some capacity.